Thank you, Your Honor. On behalf of Ms. Ignatovsky, Ms. Ignatovsky has accepted responsibility through her plea of guilty to the theft offense in this case. She's 27 years old, a mother of three. She's a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 6-year-old. As we'll discuss in a little bit, Ms. Ignatovsky does suffer from a substance use disorder, and as a consequence of that disorder, her children are currently being raised by their grandparents. However, she is actively engaged in a recovery journey in order to regain custody of her children and just be a functional and effective mother for them. Your Ms. Ignatovsky's criminal history consists of a string of thefts, essentially, most of which occurred between 2021 and 2023. It will be no surprise to anybody in this room that 2021 is the year Ms. Ignatovsky started using drugs. Things changed for Emily back in December of 2024, when she located the father of her 2-year-old and 3-year-old deceased. He passed from sickle cell anemia. When she called 911 for help, police who responded to the scene learned that she had warrants and she was arrested. That led Ms. Ignatovsky on a journey where she has been taking care of both her addiction and the legal issues that arose from that addiction. She's currently in residential treatment at Legend. She was admitted there on April 12th. She's currently receiving Suboxone as medication-assisted treatment. However, she will be switched to the Brixadi shot as soon as it's cleared with her insurance. Your Honor, Ms. Ignatovsky has good insight into the reasons that she committed the underlying theft offenses in multiple jurisdictions. She appears to have her priorities straight now and is working diligently to address her substance use disorder, not only so that she does not commit additional criminal offenses in the future, but so that she's able to be a full and functional part of her children's life. For that reason, we're asking the court to sentence Ms. Ignatovsky to a period of community control that will allow her to complete the residential treatment at Legends and any additional treatment that may be recommended.
What do you have to say?
Yes, Your Honor. You know, my addiction had took a toll on me for a little while, but, you know, I'm ready to be clean and stay clean and get my kids back and live a normal, sober life. I've just, you know, been through a lot these past couple months with the death of my boyfriend. It took a little toll on me. So, you know, I'm just trying to get myself together, and me being in Legend has really been helping a lot.
What is that place?
It's a recovery center.
Where I never heard of it. Where did you come up with that place?
My mom actually found it for me.
Okay.
It's
What do you do there?
So we have groups every day for 6 hours. So we do 30 hours of groups a week, and we have a lot of activities. It's a lot of talking, you know, it's like NA meetings, we have church, you know, just hang out with, you know, girls and just talk about ways to be clean in a positive way.
Why did you start using drugs 5 years ago?
I was with an ex-boyfriend, actually.
Who?
This guy named John.
Mueller.
Yeah.
Mueller's an idiot.
Yeah, I know.
So Mueller got you started?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you still have contact with Mueller?
No.
When's the last time you had contact with Mueller?
Months ago.
Why months ago?
Because he contacted me when I got out, and I just told him that I didn't want to really talk to him. And he just said that he wanted me to be sober and get my kids.
He's a lying piece of shit.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, yeah, it's just best we don't talk because
Okay.
you don't have your stuff together.
And he never will.
No.
Okay. So what's your plan?
So my plan is to continue my residential program, and then I'm going to be looking into some sober livings around like Lake County to to see, you know, which one will best fit for me. If not that, I will definitely be attending IOP.
When's the last time you used?
I did have a little lapse. That's why I ended up in residential.
When was that?
March 15th.
What were the circumstances?
What do you mean?
What happened that day?
I was just having a hard time. I actually went to my boyfriend's grave, and it just really took a toll on me. I couldn't handle it, and the person that took me, she wasn't the best influence, so.
Who was that?
Her name's Lori. She's not from this county. So I stopped talking to her because she's pregnant, so I was trying to help her out too. I was like, you know, you should get sober. You know, we could go to a sober place together, but
All right,
clearly she
you
wasn't.
gotta stop trying to save Morgan and save yourself.
Yeah.
Have you had a mental health evaluation?
I think I did, right? Did I have it with probation or no?
No.
No. I think I did at Legends, but I have really bad anxiety and depression, so they have me on medication for that.
What medication?
Zoloft,
Okay, how often do you take that?
every day, in the morning.
Where are your kids now?
My oldest goes between her father and my family, and then my son is with my boyfriend that died, his mom, and then my little one is with my mom, my daughter.
What cases do you have that have not been concluded yet?
I have a pretrial in Summit over the video chat the 15th at 11 of May.
What charge is that?
Theft,
Is that another Home Depot?
Lowe's,
Lowe's?
Yeah,
Was
they're
this
all-
one Lowe's?
yes.
Okay. What happened on this theft? What'd you do?
I stole circuit breakers.
Okay, how'd you do that?
I loaded up a cart and I ran out with the circuit breakers.
Anybody bother to stop you?
No,
What'd you do with them once you stole them?
I sold them
Where?
on Marketplace,
On what?
Facebook.
On the garbage can Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you unload them? Where did you meet somebody somewhere and sell them?
Yes.
Where?
Wherever they wanted.
Okay, tell me where you did that.
Like open locations. Like sometimes I'd go to an Arby's or Walmart. It just depends.
And just set up shop and unload your shit, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not proud of it at all because that's not me or who I was before this. Like before my addiction.
Why did you go to Lowe's and do that?
To be honest, that's the place that John actually told me was
Right.
the best place to steal when we were together back in the day.
For some reason, Lowe's watches people steal stuff and doesn't stop them. And it's a hell of a way to do business, but why don't you have a driver's license?
Do I have a driver's license?
Why don't you have a driver's license?
Due to my warrants, they blocked it.
So you got the Summit case, you got any other cases?
I'm waiting for Lorraine.
For where?
Lorraine, I'm out on bond with them too.
For theft?
Yeah, but I haven't gotten indicted yet, so I'm waiting for that in the mail.
You got lawyers in Summit and in Lorraine?
Yes, Your Honor.
But who are they? Were they appointed lawyers?
Yeah, they were appointed. I don't remember their names.
You keeping in contact with them?
I just got the one in Summit assigned, because I just had court a couple days ago. He's supposed to reach out to me. I think his name's David, but Lorraine, I don't know his name, but I do have, I'm on a court supervision for Lorraine, so I have to go there to P every month and talk to probation.
Do you know which judge you have in Summit County?
No, I don't know her name.
What about Lorraine?
I haven't gotten a judge yet.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell me?
No, that's all. I would just, appreciate the chance for me to be able to, do what I have to do and get myself together and get my kids and be the person that I was before my addiction.
Before Mueller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, didn't you get pretty good grades in high school?
Yeah, I was a good student.
So once you get kind of leveled out here, what are you going to do? What do you want to do for a living?
I would actually like to work in a treatment facility. I think that would also help me, on my sober journey. But like what I've always wanted to do is be a nurse, but I know I have to take care of my felony, so that's going to be a little hard, at first. But yeah, I would definitely like to work in a recovery center and help people like me.
It shows you what drugs can do to somebody's mind.
Yeah, it's
How
terrible.
somebody that is objectively smart can end up with somebody as stupid as Mueller. Because he's one of the historically stupid people walking around on Earth.
I agree.
Ms. Bell?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state is recommending community control in this case to include drug treatment. Thank you.
Who prescribes your mental health medication?
The Legends nurse.
So you see somebody there
Yeah, they have.
periodically?
Yes, yeah,
Do
weekly.
you go to any other doctor besides whoever prescribes at Legends?
No, I don't have a doctor.
All right, I've reviewed the pre-sentence report and the drug and alcohol evaluation. I consider what you said, what counsel has said, and all the applicable statutes. I'm going to put you on community control for 5 years, 35 days in jail with credit for 35. You're to have no drugs or alcohol, and you'll be screened. Are you still on probation in Cuyahoga?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're going to complete the program at Legends, and you're going to follow all the recommendations. When you complete that, you're going to go to a sober living facility for a minimum of 6 months. You're to attend at least 4 AA or NA meetings a week and get a sponsor. Do you have a sponsor?
No,
Get a sponsor. Continue with your mental health treatment. You're to go to only one doctor and one dentist, and one pharmacy for any prescription medication. If you need to go to another doctor at any point, you're to contact probation, tell them who it is so we know who it is. Take your medication as is prescribed, sign releases for probation at the appropriate time, get and maintain full employment, get a valid driver's license, no contact with Mueller, clear all your warrants and conclude all your cases that are going on, and pay the costs and supervision fees. Ms. Randazzo, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
You understand all the terms?
Yes, Your
Do
Honor.
you have any question about the terms?
No, Your Honor.
If you violate the terms, the state will file a motion to terminate your community control. And if I find you violated, then you face 12 months in prison. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if that happens, then all the other dominoes in Cuyahoga and Summit and Lorraine will probably fall. Oh, Ms. Bell, I forgot to ask you, is there a request of restitution from Lowe's?
There was not a request
Okay.
made to my office.
All right, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Smith?
Not this time.
Okay,
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
go do what you're supposed to do.
Thank you.